Well, howdy y'all, Handy Redneck here. I know it's been a little while, but I've been busy doing things like starting to raise some quail. But we're going to go in today and see about harvesting some potatoes here. These potatoes were planted in early March of 2019, and today is June 3rd. Oh, I'm sorry, early March 2020, and today is June 3rd, 2020. So they've been in 90 some days, and as you can tell, um, they're changing colors and dying back. So we're gonna try to get in here and get them. Also, if you look careful, you'll see some other things. We got some celery growing in here. I'm going to try to avoid it as we harvest potatoes. I think we'll start here in the middle. Try to carefully pull it up. Oh, well, that didn't pull up so good. Yeah, I guess we're gonna get down here and actually dig in, see what we find. That one had 3 coming off of it, so. Oh, look at that. Ain't that a beauty? I knew I planted red taters in here, and that one was just almost right on the top of the ground. So, there's a seed potato from a different one. But yeah, there's no telling exactly what we got in here. You know, we got some reds. Oh, here's another red. We got some reds. We probably got some whites. I think there's a purple in here somewhere. Like I say, we're going to try to avoid the celery. But you know, I got multiple potatoes around. Let's see, that's a white one. But I got multiple potatoes set around, you know, that I set out at different times. So even if we don't get a big harvest, you know, we're eating something. We got some good little red ones here, you know, and these are all baby red. You know, these are nice little roaster size or boiling size. Little rotten seed potato down there, and you know, because they are this size, they are almost perfect. Now, I ain't too concerned if I accidentally leave a couple in here either, because I plan on replanting this with more potatoes anyway. So if it has some little ones like this or something that sprout up and produce more potatoes, I am not going to worry about it because those rotten seed potatoes. I am not going to worry about it too much because you know it's okay. You know it's if it comes back, it's pretty much a self-sustaining uh, food source then. All right, what do we got here? I don't think we got nothing on this one. I'm gonna dig down and have us look though. But again, I ain't too concerned with. Oh, we did get one. We had a black one or a purple one in there. Let's dig around a little more. Yeah, I just threw a bunch in here that were starting to chit way back in March. So, you know, who knows? You know, I knew we was getting them out a bit early, but I also knew that we'd have the opportunity with early potatoes of having a bit of an eat off of them. See, there's another nice little red one. But we'd have us enough to get us a meal off of, at least one meal, maybe more, of young potatoes earlier in the season while we're waiting on others. You know, these are decent sized little red potatoes. You know, like I say, these are great for perfect size for roasting and whatnot. I think the soil is a little bit rough, but that's alright. See, we got another purple. And like I say, I don't mind if I miss some and some get left in here and restart. Because, you know, especially these purples, I like these, but they're expensive to buy as seed potatoes, so if I can get more to start and grow here, you know, I'll put these back in the ground and go for another harvest on them later. But these little red ones, they're turning out quite nice. And like I say, these were all from store-bought potatoes right here that I didn't get to in time. And so they started sprouting. And once they start sprouting, you'll find that they turn into something not very edible pretty quick. You know, because they're directing all their energy to other things. But, you know, we ain't got a big potato harvest out of this. But again, wasn't expecting a big potato harvest out of this. And that's why I've got potatoes in a couple other spots as well. So, you know, this is a 2 foot by 2 foot area, and I got, we'll say 2 pounds of potatoes out of them. You know, yeah, that's enough potatoes in there for 2 or 3 meals for me. So, considering we put them out here in March, they're doing pretty good. And since we're out here, I'll show you what else is in that bed. Right next to it, those are Jerusalem artichokes, also known as the sunchoke. They are a relative of the sunflower, except you don't eat the flower part on this. These actually put on tubers down at the bottom, and eventually this whole bed will be nothing but these Jerusalem artichokes. But a Jerusalem artichoke is better for you than a potato because of the way the starches are, especially if you're diabetic or something. You won't get as much starch out of it, but you can use it just like a potato. You know, you can mash it, fry it, and whatnot. Anyway, I'm gonna get off here for now, get these taters washed up and in the house, because I'm trying to beat the rain. I don't know if you can see it or not. We got big rain clouds trying to move in, so I'm trying to beat the rain. But I still got a couple of orange trees, dwarf orange trees I need to plant, and I need to prep some 5-gallon buckets for those. So